Arguably the dumbest episode of Disney Doctor Who aired over this past weekend. The story and the engine, which, if I'm to just simply give you the one line for this, the Doctor gets a haircut. And then he sprouts an afro. Literally, that's what's going on, okay? Just when you thought that things couldn't get any more creatively bankrupt, going ahead and making a quasi-sequel to Midnight, doing Planet of the Incels, having a fat lady eat a star. I mean, just when you think that things couldn't get any more stupid, yeah, you have the Doctor go to an intergalactic barbershop. What are we doing out here? But, just taking a look behind the curtain, okay? Looking under the hood on this one. And we talked about this before the season aired. Russell T Davies decided to staff the writer's room with some real intellectual powerhouses, okay? The one who had the stick on this episode was Nigerian-born British playwright, how's that one make sense, and poet Ina Ellams, okay? The fifth episode of Doctor Who's 15th series boasts an impressive pedigree. Unfortunately, Ellams' strengths, particularly his expertise in writing for the stage and his use of mythic themes, and archetypes to explore racial and sexual identity. Oh, Jesus Christ, man, this used to be a prolific sci-fi series, but now is just tumbling towards cancellation. To undermine his script for the story and the engine. Yeah, and you think I'm being uncharitable, and maybe this is just cherry picking a scene to highlight to just paint this episode in an unfavorable light. Literally, this is what it all centers around. Ellams' contributions to the stage are undeniable. Yeah, I don't care. And appointed as a member of the Order of the British Empire in 2023 for his body of work. Unsurprisingly, the story and the engine is structured like a short play, and the characters mostly confined to a one-room set, despite the vibrant Lagosian marketplace surrounding the barber shop. Yeah, the Doctor gets a haircut. Doctor Who is saved. Aren't you excited for next week's episode where finally we're going to be getting knockoff Eurovision with just some of the... Honestly, man, like, you got $100 million from Disney, right? $100 million for, 20 episodes? Okay. Factoring in the anniversaries and the, Christmas episodes and the truncated seasons. And I understand that, there was a kitsch appeal to early Doctor Who that, just had its unique set designs, okay? It's more homey, charming appeal that way. I get it, okay? But just taking a look at the thumbnail for their promotional material for this episode that is apparently the most expensive one that they ever produced, and the best thing that you could highlight is somebody wearing a fucking bodysuit with rainbow shoulder pads. Bro, what the fuck are we doing? This shit is gonna be ass. It's gonna be hyper cringe, and I can't wait to talk about it and review the ratings for it because, bro, we got up-to-date ratings this time around, and well, we got good news, okay? It's not record-shattering lows. And if you want to be a glass half full, it's the third highest viewed episode of the season, which still puts it as the fourth lowest overnight in Doctor Who history. That's tough, man. That's tough. But what's even worse is now that we have the full slate of the +7s and the +4s that's up there, bro, this shit is fucking dead. We are effectively scraping the bottom of the barrel, and we have found out exactly how many people are in the modern audience, and spoilers, it ain't much. It really ain't much. Like, okay, just take a look at the season premiere, right? You had a 2 million overnight, and then you got another, 1.3-ish million for your +7s, and then another 200,000 people checking it out on repeat offerings. But by the time you get to episode 4, you only got 1 million people checking it out after the fact, and then 300,000 people running it back to get, interesting clips and interesting pictures for their thumbnails. Like, this shit, this is so dead. That is atrocious, man. Last week really was that series bottoming out, and perhaps the Eurovision knockoff episode will get a few more eyeballs on it, meaning we won't dip below 1.5, but I'm not really a betting man, and at that point in time, I mean, that's a coin flip. Could get better, it could get worse, and maybe if they're gonna set up something for the series, or at this point in time, series finale, or at least season finale, 7 and 8 might be a little bit better, but I don't really see it coming back to 2, okay? Because the word of mouth around this season so far has been non-existent, okay? Like, after the episodes air, they don't trend on any social media. Nobody talks about it. Very few people are actively doing reviews on it. And the only time that you hear this show being discussed is whenever something utterly cringe is said or done, or it's just somebody pointing and laughing at the ratings, which at this point in time, we're pointing and laughing at the ratings. And now we can just point and laugh at one of these idiots saying something exceptionally cringe, which is to just darkly contrast something that was said at the beginning, okay? The beginning of the rebooted Ncuti Gatwa 15th Doctor tenure. Oh, if you don't like what we're doing, go outside, touch grass. Woke is good. We're on the right side of history. They were pushing all of that crap prior to season 14's premiere. But now, here we are with 3 episodes remaining in season 15, season 2, whatever you want, the final season of Doctor Who. Now they're just saying, shut up and watch the slop. But spoilers, nobody's watching your shit. Doctor Who star fires back at fan backlash over show's political direction. Wants you to just watch it and get over it. Yeah, just stop thinking, okay? Just turn off your brain and have a good time. Just watch the Doctor cry, watch him get a haircut, watch his companion emote with 7 different permutations of resting bitch face, and just, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, which is just always the lament of somebody who doesn't have the facts on their side of the argument. As Doctor Who continues along its new era under returning showrunner Russell T Davies, key cast members are pushing back hard against long-running fan backlash and criticism that the show has embraced ideological messaging at the cost of its storytelling. In a new interview with The Standard, actress Millie Gibson, yeah, that sucks, man, because I've gone to bat for her before. She hadn't said anything exceptionally stupid, and she's cute, which is just so strange because, yeah, you have a young white girl that is cast by the BBC. It's like, what the hell are we doing out here? I guess you're trying to counterbalance your overly flamboyant gay new Doctor. It's like, okay, I guess you're trying to do something there. So that was puzzling to begin with. And then you seen her act and it's like, well, it's so nice you're cute. And then when she got replaced by her telemarketing counterpart, it's like, oh yeah, okay, we could see what you guys were planning from the beginning. But she was still, hey man, is still complimentary to the series. Still appreciated her role, wasn't, denigrating anybody. And now that the series is very much in its death throes, now I don't know, she's just trying to throw her career in front of this speeding bus. Why? But yes, Millie Gibson, who plays new companion, temporary companion, right? Oh, right, yeah, last week made Joe Rogan the antagonist. Right. Anyways, Ruby Sunday directly addressed backlash surrounding the show's perceived, political slant. Well, yeah, exactly. You made straight white guys and podcasters, and you also put hashtag RIP Doctor Who into canon. Oh my god, this series has been such a train wreck, man. Okay, the show is so pure and beautiful, and it's literally about two best friends traveling the universe. So just watch it and get over it somewhat, Gibson said. She dismissed concerns that Doctor Who has shifted tone or content to appease political trends, arguing that this type of storytelling has always been a part of the show. Oh, see that thing that you like, it's always one or it's always one of two arguments whenever there's continuing iterations, sequels, prequels, midquels, remakes. This is what they'll always say about certain franchises. Okay, either things, oh man, I don't know why you complain about this stuff, because the series was never good to begin with. Okay, you always see this argument for Star Wars, okay? Just because, Dave Filoni writes all of his scripts in fucking crayon and drool, I don't know why you guys take this stuff so seriously, okay? It's a story about, space wizards intended for children, and the OT was never that great to begin with. Or in the case of Andor, if they're trying to do something serious, oh, why are you doing this serious stuff? Star Wars is for kids. And it's like, can we just, be coherent in our arguments? Or the tact and the strategy that is being employed to defend these stupid decisions was, oh no, yeah, Star Trek has always been political. That's why we can have such strong social justice messaging. Oh, see, the Doctor, he constantly regenerates. Therefore, it's always been a trans allegory. Like, what are we doing? I remember watching an episode where David Tennant goes back. I think it's with Martha, and they meet Shakespeare. And he's like, oh yeah, Shakespeare's quite hot. I remember watching an episode that was just made. It was a part of the 60th anniversary, right? This is literally what Doctor Who does. Right, yeah, sure. Yeah, she's not alone. Verada said, who joined the TARDIS team later this season, echoed Gibson's sentiments on Doctor Who's backlash in a recent interview with the Radio Times, calling the criticism as a sign that the show is on the right track. Exactly. There's been a couple of Dr. Woke references or whatever, but I think we're doing the right thing if we're getting comments like that, Setu added. Woke just means inclusive, progressive, and that's that you care about people. And as far as I know, the core of Doctor Who is kindness, love, and doing the right thing. Now let me talk to you about your car's extended warranty, my friend. Those comments follow similar remarks from Davies himself, who recently brushed off online criticism during a BBC Radio 2 special titled Doctor Who 20 Secrets from 20 Years. One of those secrets, how you can effectively kill off a franchise with a few strokes of a pen. Someone always brings up matters of diversity, and there are online warriors accusing us of diversity and wokeness and involving messages and issues, and I have no time for this. I don't have a second to bear because what you might call diversity, I just call an open door, says Davies. The show's defenders see these statements as a rallying cry for the modern, inclusive version of Doctor Who. And yeah, exactly. And while those ratings were abhorrent this time last year when we were taking a look at the initial reboot season, bro, how could we possibly brace for just how bad things would ultimately get? You were getting 2.6, 2.4, 2.04, and you thought, how bad could things get? Oh, consistently getting into the 1.5s. Things can always get worse because if you aren't going to address what is unpopular with your audience, you're doomed to repeat these failings. Sucks to suck, I guess, or maybe that's what you're aiming for because woke is inclusive and caring and all that stuff, but it's also grab your ankles and suck start a Harley. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.